Apple doesn't sell computers and they haven't for a long time. If you think they are a tech company, you've almost lost the game. Most businesses are fighting for scraps in a price war while Apple is playing a totally different sport. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how a chiropractor, a realtor, or a coach use the exact same psychological blueprint to stop chasing leads and start attracting disciples. The secret isn't their silicon chips. It's a concept called golden circle. Simon Sinek broke this down in his book, Start With Why. He points out that most companies communicate from the outside in. They tell you what they do, then how they do it, and they hope you buy. Apple flips the script. They start with why they exist, they challenge the status quo first. The computer is just a proof of their belief. Imagine you're a dentist. Usually, you tell people you do cleanings and fillings with the latest drills. That's boring. That makes you a commodity. But what if your brand was about the courage to smile again? What if every piece of content you made was about the psychological freedom of a confident first impression? Suddenly, you aren't a guy with a drill. You're a gatekeeper to a better life. But here is where it gets weird. Apple actually makes it harder for you to use other products. They call it the walled garden. In the book The Four by Scott Galloway, he explains that Apple isn't just a tool, it's a social signal. It's a luxury brand masquerading as utility. Think about the blue iMessage bubbles. It's a literal digital velvet rope. If you have green bubble, you're an outsider. If you're running a short-term rental property management company, you need a velvet rope. Most of your competitors are just cleaning houses and changing sheets. They are a utility. You need to be an exclusive club for high-yield investors. You don't just manage properties to protect the legacies of the top 1%. When you raise the barrier to entry, your credibility skyrockets. People don't want what's easy to get. They want what's reserved for people like them. Now take a second look at your website. Is it messy list of service? Apple's homepage usually has about 10 words on it. They understand the paradox of choice. Barry Schwartz wrote a whole book on this. He proved that the more options you give a human being, the more anxious they get, and the less likely they are going to buy anything at all. Now, you go to a typical chiropractor's site. It's a list of adjustments, massage, acupuncture, laser therapy, and orthotics. The brain sees that and shuts down. Apple gives you one path, one hero image, one clear button. You need to kill your darlings. Pick one thing you do better than anyone else and bury the rest. Lead with spearhead, not the whole broom. But even with a clear message, why do people stay loyal? It's because Apple understands the difference between a customer and a community. In the documentary Behind the Mac, you see people who feel like they are part of a movement. They aren't buying a laptop, they are buying identity as a creative professional. If you're a coach, you shouldn't be selling 6 weeks of calls. Nobody wants more calls. You should be selling a transformation into a specific type of person. Your client shouldn't just get results. They should feel like they've joined the tribe of high performers. Think about Harley Davidson. People don't tattoo the logo of a vacuum cleaner company on their arms. They tattoo Harley because the brand represents freedom. What do you represent? If the answer is quality service at a fair price, you're invisible. Here is the most important part of the strategy. Apple never talks about their features until they've already won your heart. They don't lead with gigabytes, they lead with think different. In the book Building a Story Brand, Donald Miller says that customers is the hero of the story, not your business. Your business is the guide. Apple is Yoda, the user is Luke Skywalker. Most realtors try to be Luke Skywalker. They talk about their awards, their sales, volume, and their face on a bus bench. But the client doesn't care about your awards. They care about their own quest to find a home. Start being the guide with a magic lightsaber that helps them win. When you shift from look at me to I see you, your lead generation problems disappear because people don't buy the best products. They buy the ones they can understand the fastest. The world is loud, messy, and complicated. Apple is a quiet, clean room in the middle of a riot. If you're the clearest, simplest, and the most certain voice in your industry, you win by default. Don't build a business that provides a service, build a brand that provides a sense of belonging. The tech will eventually fail, the service will eventually be copied. But a clear identity is the only thing your competitors can steal. Go look at your marketing right now and ask yourself one question. If you strip away your logo and your name, would your customers still know it was you? If the answer is no, you don't have a brand, you just have a job. Stop selling what you do and start protecting who your clients want to become.